Hello!
Welcome to Moat Grange Farm.
I am Roger.
And I am Angharad.
Today we're going to tell you what our cows get fed over the winter months when they're in the sheds.
Yes, so cows are sort of like athletes because they've got their own nutritionist. So this week we've invited our nutritionist, Mr. Mathew Van Dijk, onto the farm to talk to us about every aspect of the cow's diet and why they need every aspect of it to become healthy and productive cows.
Yeah, if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe to our channel because we bring out a new video every Tuesday at 5 PM.
Let's go.
Enjoy!
Right, so today we are going to talk about what we feed our cows. As you know, in the summer our cows are out in the fields grazing, but in the winter then we feed them mixed ration in our wagon. So we're going to meet today a friend and a fellow member of the Moat Grange team, Mathew, our nutritionist. How are you doing all today? And he's going to tell us what we feed our cows, why we feed them for good milk quality, plenty of milk and good fertility and to keep the cows healthy. So what is the ideal diet for our cows over the winter?
Right. So we are here now in the clamp face, and I think, Rog, we've got 2 cuts of silage in here.
First and second cuts.
When you're looking at silage, you want to make the optimum silage quality-wise to try and get the most out of forage. But Roger is quite renowned for trying to have a bit of bulk because he doesn't want to run out during the season. So we've got first cut here and we've got second cut above. I think the second cut was done in...
we were about 8 weeks. So we were about 18th of May and 18th of July. Because of the dry weather hampered regrowth after first cut.
So when we go to look at the ration, we'll come in September, October, once the silage has all been ensiled. We'll grab a sample of the first cut and then we'll grab a sample of the second cut. We'll get them analysed and we look for like dry matter, energy and protein and fibre, because those are the factors that will help the cow performance to get their quality, etc. So when we've done that, we look at what the farmer's got for us, and I think, Rog, fodder beet is a homegrown feed.
Fodder beet. We grow about 8 acres of fodder beet, which hopefully come in about, 30 tonnes the acre, so we'd have about 240 tonnes of fodder beet. We had 50 acre whole crop, but that was pretty poor last year because there was dry weather, and anything other than that then is a bought-in feed.
So when we've looked at that, we look to make a blend up that goes in the wagon that the cows have access to for 24 hours a day. In that blend, there's normally a make of rolled cereals, brown maize, some sugar beet, some soya hulls, and some protein sources, some rape and soya. So they're added in at probably somewhere between 4 and 5 kilos a head, depending on what the farmer decides to put in the wagon every day. And I think, Roger, you were on about 5 kilos?
I think we were pushing 6. We were a bit short of fodder, so we were a bit extra of everything else other than our silage, just to make the silage last a bit longer, which so far it has, which is good news. So a good management, I call that.
So once all them things are added, it produces a healthy diet with good energy, good protein, good fibre balance, which helps put litres in the tank and help milk quality.
And hopefully health is good. So you want a cow to be healthy, not push too hard. Everybody's happy when they're a little bit fat, like our cows, like me. So Matthew, what was the recipe we came up with in September to feed our cows every day over the winter?
So the recipe for the cows for the winter, and this is per head per day. So basically we've got to have a maintenance figure. So that is, in basic terms, the calories that a cow needs to eat to move about and just live before she starts producing milk. So we're in front of the silage. So the ration was 40 kilos of the mixture of first and second cut silage, 6 kilos of homegrown fodder beet, 4 kilos of homegrown whole crop. That's the cheapest part.
Yeah.
The most expensive part is what we see in the blend bin, and as Roger admitted, I think it was 6 kilos of that going in, and the kilo of molasses. So when all that is mixed together, it gives an M plus figure, a maintenance figure of 20 litres. So that means a cow should produce 20 litres of milk off that diet. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they have done that all winter.
Yeah. So on top of that then, any milk they produce over 20 litres, they get fed a cake in the parlour then to top them up to where they are then.
And that cake in the parlour is all balanced together when we look at the total diet. We want to keep the cow healthy, because if you've got a healthy cow, you've got a happy cow.
Absolutely. So that is the ration we've been feeding the cows for 4 months over the winter. So what does each ingredient we put in the wagon do for the cow?
So the silage is protein, energy, fibre and sugar. So that keeps the cow healthy, keeps it ruminating, keeps it cudding, which will produce the milk to keep it healthy. The fodder beet will be sugar. There's a lot of water in fodder beet, so that creates more appetite. The blend again is a mixture of protein, energy, fibre and sugar. The whole crop would mainly be fibre with some starch. And the molasses on top is sugar and will drive intakes to help them eat more. So all those things combined together produce a balanced, healthy diet. It's really important for a cow. She likes to do the same thing. She's a creature of habit. She likes to do the same thing day in, day out. So if you can keep the forage, the fodder beet and anything that's going in the wagon the same, she stays content, nothing changes, she's just happy, she's healthy, and she'll just keep producing your milk.
That's the dream. Why do we feed all these ingredients and not just feed the cows silage?
So if you just fed silage, you'd have a lot less milk production and less quality in your milk. So yeah, you could do it, but it would have some effects on the cow. You'd have less milk, so less milk to sell. Your quality wouldn't be as good to help, with your other enterprise. And often you can have a knock-on with fertility, because you have a certain size cow that needs a certain amount of energy to live. So by adding these extra things, yes, it produces more milk and it's more cost, but hopefully at the end of the day, it makes you money.
I don't believe it. You said silage is the main part of the cow's diet over the winter. How important is it to make good silage and to get it right?
So, as we said, a cow will eat 40 kilos probably of this dry matter of silage. So it's a lot of silage. It is critical to get this right, because it can make the difference of profit and loss to a farmer all winter. But you also have to have the balance of having enough forage to feed your cows through the winter. But sometimes when you go to make your first cut, the weather's against you, various things can go against you, and it can easily go wrong. So it's this man's job to make the decision to get it right.
Try and nail it. Yeah, so last year we managed to make a pretty good silage. We were quite lucky. We cut 18th of May. Sometimes it can be up to 10 days later where grass quality is starting to get a bit poor. You'll have quite high fibre silage then, and not a lot of protein and energy in it. So if, for example, Matthew, if we did make a bad first or second cut, or it was wet, is there some way we can save that?
Yeah, there's always ways we can balance the ration in different ways by putting different raw materials in. But at the end of the day, if the silage is lesser quality, you have less milk, which affects the bottom line of your business. So we strive to make the best quality silage we can, as long as the weather and everything's on our side, hopefully, so you can be happy and the cows can be happy.
So Matthew, the big question is, what's more important, quality or quantity?
That is a difficult one to answer, and I'd say a balance of both. But for optimum, it would be quality.
But when you haven't got enough acres and a lot of cows, quantity is quite handy.
It's a farmer's decision at the end of the day, and Roger would like to have a lot more quantity than quality.
I would love loads of top quality silage, but I haven't got the acres.
And there we go.
Thank you for watching.
And thank you, Matthew, for coming out to film with us. It was lovely to have you here.
Yeah, and hopefully educating the nation.
Yes, so that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with another new video, 5 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Yes, and next week we're going to do a roundup of February, what's happened on the farm.
Another month gone.
And
Very
let's
fast.
just look forward to March. Hopefully the cow's going out.
It's still raining. Fingers
Yes.
crossed the sun's on its way.
Fingers crossed.
Diolch.
Cheers.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.